Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Welcome to my fourth episode of Sister Talk. Today we're going to be diving into how to trust yourself and how to not care what other people think of you. I feel like this is a pretty universal topic and it will resonate with a lot of you guys out there, which is exactly why I wanted to make this video. Not only because I think it was last week, last week I kind of had a little challenge for myself and I just wanted to share that with you, if that makes sense. How did I actually start the journey of trusting myself? I feel like when it comes to these things, especially, actually trust and confidence in oneself, it kind of starts with faking it till you make it. I feel like it can be kind of easy to say, but that's how I actually started this whole process of not only, I guess it kind of starts with being confident and then you learn how to trust yourself. But it can be quite tricky because I do feel like I am a confident person, yet I still had these little doubts internally that made me not trust myself. So you can have one without the other. Sometimes you can have confidence without trust, but I don't necessarily think you can have trust without confidence, if that makes sense. So I feel like it was all a journey of learning how to cancel out the noise, the external noise that was happening around me, and just trusting myself, not paying attention to what people were saying, and just having such a deep trust in myself, in my success, in the fact that no matter how hard things can get, I know and I trust that I have the power to deal with it, to navigate it, and to get up if necessary. If I fall down, know that I have the strength to just stand up again and continue and not give up. So I feel like that's kind of the thing that I wanted to talk about in this video. And also kind of knowing that you have the power to not get destabilized by anything really, and know that everything will be okay. Even if at some moments it doesn't feel like that. And the thing is, if you don't trust yourself, who will? Did you ever think of that? When it comes to not trusting yourself and what other people might think of you, it's kind of easy. Well, actually, I talk of first-hand experience. It's very easy to get stuck in the fear and in the negative mindset, right? And also purposely putting yourself in an inactive mode, right? Feeling yourself get stagnant and kind of start resenting people for doing what you want to do, but you're not doing it for yourself. Get stuck in this, what will people think of me? But in reality, these are all projections of your own insecurities. And this is something that I absolutely saw within myself. I'm just gonna give an example of what I mean by this. And this happened last week, obviously. So this is why I'm making this video. So as you know, I started this YouTube channel and I'm just so happy about it. And it's actually going really great. And I feel really happy about it. And I'm super proud. And, you know, my friends kept saying and advising me to also kind of take it on Instagram, right? Just to kind of get a wider reach and kind of link my socials, right? Which is completely fair and it is actually a very good idea. But I had this little voice in the back of my head saying, but there's a lot of people that I know from high school or from uni or wherever, my family even. And what would they say? What would they think? And this is 100% the topic of this video. So what would they say? What would they think of me? What if they make fun of me? What if they just share my content and then make fun of what I'm saying, how I'm saying it, what I look, all of these thoughts just kept like creeping back in. And for the longest time, I was just kind of pushing it back. And I had this dinner with my friend and she was like, Lara, you really need to do it. And I decided that I actually just didn't care. Most importantly, I started trusting in myself that I like what I post. I like the content that I put out there. So why should I care what anyone thinks? If they like it, if they don't, as long as I'm happy with what I'm doing. It's the most important. And also, the people that I care about, right? My family and my close friends, they support me. They already know that I'm doing this. So they're really the only ones which opinion matters to me. The rest, who cares really? And I know it's kind of easier said than done, but once you have this click in your mind, everything kind of feels okay. But I know that before I had this own realization, it couldn't happen. It had to come from me. And it literally just takes one action to create this whole momentum of movement. And sometimes we just don't take it because we are too scared of what people might think, which is actually our own insecurities that we project on people. Do we ever think of that really? I don't think like we do. And it is the main thing that happens. So how do we essentially not care what people think? Well, first of all, who are the people? Do you have some names? And then my friend told me, if there's truly someone that you don't want to see your content or that you don't feel comfortable of them knowing, then just remove them. So if that's something that's keeping you from following your dream, then just remove that one person, or you can mute them, you know. With today's technology, we can do a lot. And if that means that just this small thing will allow you to feel confident and trust in yourself enough and to follow your dream, then why not just do it? If you don't really mind about all the other people, because who are the people? I feel like it is all an idea that we create in our own heads. I think it's also because it's kind of hard to imagine being seen by a lot of people. And it's kind of a normal reaction that I guess it's kind of like a danger zone that we can kind of enter. So if you're seen by a lot of people, you can get hate, you can, I don't know, get unpleasant comments or just judged by people. It's hard to imagine putting yourself truly out there for people that you don't know. But I feel like it's more so hard when you do know the people, or that you knew them also, because it can be from your completely past lives. I feel like the main thing that we have to try to do is focus on us instead of on them, right? Because if we continue to live for what others might think, then I don't think we're ever gonna go anywhere. And I'm really including myself in this because I was the first one to do so. It's all about bringing your power back to yourself. At the end of the day, that's the only thing you can do. If you want to live happily and just for yourself without any interference from others, then truly it's all we need to do. Just stop caring. Because who are the people? Why should XYZ matter? Or worst even, people that you don't really know, that are anonymous to you. I mean, why should we see the world in such a negative light? What if, bear with me for a second, what if people had a positive reaction? What if there were positive responses to you doing what it is that you've been thinking about? Who knows? That might just happen. I feel like it's only normal for human beings to always directly go for the worst case scenario, but what if people have a positive reaction? I know I was really scared, but a lot of people were like, yay, so cool. And you know, they were there to support me and to show their love and kindness. That also happens. It's not always, oh, they're gonna judge me. Sometimes it's, oh, they're also there to celebrate me. We have to set challenges for ourselves. If not, how are we gonna grow? How are we gonna evolve? How are we going to get some experience in life? We sometimes have to put ourselves in very specific situations that are gonna get us out of our comfort zone only so that we actually do get comfortable in that position. That's all that gets us going as human beings. It's what makes our soul evolve and just flourish with all of these lessons and all of the things that we're able to conquer and to move past. Also, I keep on seeing 11:11 on my phone as I'm recording, so I know that this video is gonna do something. It's gonna work its magic, if you will. And I also just wanna slowly finish this video by saying that it is okay for people to have their opinion of you, and it's kind of tricky because they only see a portion of what you choose to put out there, right? Of what you decide to share with them. And also what they perceive is their own interpretation, right? Everything that we see is only our perception of reality. One's reality is not the same as someone else's. And so no matter what people might think of you, what truly matters is what you think of yourself and what the people that matter to you think of you. Otherwise, I feel like it's just noise, external noise that you can easily block out. And so it's so important to start living for yourself authentically and not even bothering with what people might think or say. Because here's the thing, if you're good with yourself, people sense it. And the thing is, if you see yourself under a certain light, people will also see you under that same light. And I'm sure that many of you will understand what I'm talking about, because it's just these things that you can sense without completely understanding where they come from. You just feel it. And when it comes to confidence and trust, because I feel like the two are very closely linked, you feel it in people. You feel when they're kind of walking on eggshells and when they don't entirely trust their power. I don't know, it's just something that you feel. But also it takes time. It's not something that just happens overnight. I know that it took its time for me, and it happened when it was supposed to happen, when the moment was right, and I took the steps that I wanted to take, and I just did it. I didn't think too much of it. I kind of did it in an impulsive way, I'm not gonna lie. But this is just how I am, really. I'm like, no, and then I'm like, when the yes switches, I just do it. And I don't care. I know that not everyone is like that, of course, I completely understand that. And it is a big experience to go through, and it is not so easy. I honestly hope that this video was helpful and that you found it interesting to the very least. And I hope you enjoyed seeing me ramble about life, really, which is what I do on this channel, which is kind of fun because I take it as a diary, which is so cool. And this, everyone, concludes this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week.